this room's mentor, and the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Sensei Benny.
I tell you what, let's make this a family affair. Come a little closer. All right. So, for the ones that know me, for the ones that don't know me, actually, I teach energy warfare. Energy warfare has to do with mental warfare, physical warfare, spiritual warfare, character warfare. All have energy that attacks. It all attacks. It's just a lot of us get a chance to hide it well. So I'm asked this question to all of you. How many of you, listen to the words, fear yourself? Okay? How many of you, raise your hand if you fear yourself? Okay? If you don't understand the question, I'm going to ask you again. How many here fear your anger? How many here fear of disappointing? How many fear of not having control? How many fear of being judged? I'm sure you can come up with some great ones too. So when I talk about how many fear yourself, I'm talking about you. Each and individually, I'm talking about you. Because again, this journey is about you. It should be about you. Instead you say, well, I don't want to feel like I'm all full of myself. I say, why not? It should be. That's why you're here. Unless your mother, your brother, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, somebody told you you have to come here. Otherwise, you're here for you. I came here about me. I came here to understand me, my journey, and where I'm going. So in this warfare, that a lot of times, how many of you actually got to the point where you felt so good coming over here? How many here, when you got here, you had little butterflies? You had little butterflies of, okay, what's going to happen? Am I going to be able to hang? Hey, how many of here actually had a little fear base coming in here? Raise your hand. Okay. Remember, this is not about confession. Hey, you're not confessing nothing. All you're doing is you're telling yourself, yeah, I had a little fear base coming in here because, again, for a lot of different reasons. Why? Actually, how many here actually got frustrated in the workout? Raise your hand. Okay. How many here got mad in the workout? And mad, not necessarily mad at somebody, mad at yourself. I told you this is about you, because when you get mad at yourself, you know you're better than that. I'm better than that. And then you start getting mad. So what follows anger? Fear. And you start getting fearful because you're mad. What follows that? Frustration. Then you start getting pissed. Now I'm frustrated. What's wrong with me? I'm better than that. Come on, Get away from yourself. But you know what it takes? To get away from yourself means, to get out of your way, means to get mentally let go. All it takes is 10 seconds of courage to stay in it 10 minutes, it will change your life. So if you're the ones, then I say, who's going to be first? And then you go, and then you're thinking, please don't pick me, please don't pick me. And you put your hands up, and you're thinking, please don't pick me. Why? I said, you raise your hand because you don't want to look bad, and you don't want to look like, I can't hang, I can't do it. But I raise my hand. But deep inside, it's like, I want to feel safe. Feel safe means, let me see up there. Oh, that's not so bad, I can do that. You want to see it first before you go. But I guarantee you, if you're the one that's first, you will get the blessing. So if you're the one that said, who's going to be first? And you raise your hand, stand up and walk forward. Even if you stand there and your legs are shaking, I guarantee you, there will be a blessing in it. Why? Because you realize, most of it, you made it up. It didn't exist until you made it up. You believed. Because when it comes down to it, is your belief system. What do you believe? How you've been taught to believe. All right, so that means you've been taught by your first teachers, which is your parents or whoever raised you. But just remember one thing, you came in here in this world, in your mother's womb, brilliant. You came in here brilliant, knowing exactly what I'm here for. And then you come out of your mother's womb, now you identify the energy. And once you identify that energy, it starts to reprogram you. Why it starts to reprogram you? Because they want to keep you safe. So they put you in the crib, and every day they are programming you. And they got little things in there, things, music and all this. The problem is, because it's everything you would want, the baby has no idea what it is. All is playing with the quilt. Has no idea all that you put in there. By the time you're 3 years old, you've just been reprogrammed by their emotions. Hey, why? Because they want to protect you. 5 to 10, from 3 to 5, now you realize, okay, by then you're forgetting your brilliance. By the time you're 5, you are truly. And he said, I forgot, hey, who I am. But because I just been reprogrammed. But now you want to test it. From 5 to 8, you want to test it. Didn't I say not to go in there? Didn't I say not to touch that? Now you know there's a consequences. Don't do that. That's a program. Okay? So by the time you're 8, from 8 to 12, now you want to see what you can get away with. If you know if you go in the room, you're going to get in trouble. But you understand, why can't I go in the room and see if I can get in and get out without getting caught? Can I climb that as tall as that without having it break? So you're testing, and you start to realize that is a program. But whoever, if they do not reprogram you, means if you, how many here feel your anger? Raise your hand. Because again, if I get angry, if you touch those buttons to the point where I'm so angry, all I see is an object and I'm going after it. And then when you go after it, when it's over with, you're always sorry for what you say, for what you have done. You're sorry for it. You say, man, I knew. So if you're one that's fearful of your anger, sometimes you become extra nice. You become so nice. They said, God, he's such a nice guy. I said, touch those buttons. He won't be so nice. He will be a whirl of wind after you. And all you see is this in front of you. Okay? But again, that is emotional attack. Okay? So, the art of war is about recognizing you, who you are. It's about you. Okay? Because that's what's the art of war. The physical part, okay, is 20%. Kicking, punching, this and that is 20%. You've been doing that since you were a kid, kicking and punching, whatever it was. Your body understands it. But it's 80% focus. 80% of what you're doing is the focus of what you want. And then the other 99.9% of the rest of that is internal, which is emotional, which is what we've been taught to hide. My father said, what are you crying about? You want something to cry about? Hey, don't show you're fearful. Don't show you're scared. Hey, they'll take advantage of you. Don't show this. Don't. So my father was programming all this emotion. Now I hide everything. Okay? Because I think if I show it, they'll take advantage of me. They'll be weak. So I hide everything. All this emotions hide and it builds up. But he doesn't unteach me. So because he doesn't unteach me, I still have this. So if I still get angry for petty stuff, how many here get angry for petty stuff? That means if you get angry for petty stuff, we're still drawn from past tense. From way back then. How many of you, your father will come up to you, look at you a certain way, and you say, oh shit, here he comes. And it's like, okay, who told him? Or your mom will call your name a certain way, and you say, oh, man, I didn't mean it. Right? So, because of this, or they'll grab you a certain way, behind the neck or by the arm, and it brings up, and you say, I haven't felt that since I was a kid. I haven't heard that since I was a kid. So, if that's the case right now in warfare, and believe me, I went to warfare in every third world country when there was still dictatorship. To me, I was fighting against an opponent. To them, they were fighting against a country. I didn't think, to me, I didn't think back in the 70s anything about that. All I wanted to do is introduce the sport to the world. So in that, people asked me, wasn't you afraid? And then I realized, I said, why should I be afraid? If I'm not afraid to die, what can you do to me? Shoot me, stab me, what? I'm not afraid to die. So, I said that so many times that I am not afraid to die. What can you possibly do to me? One day, my daughter was at Chuck Norris's ranch, and she was on one of those four-wheelers, and she went up a hill with Monica, her at the time a girlfriend, and it tipped over. So I'm in the pool with Chuck, okay, and we're in the pool, and Monica comes running and saying, "Quick, Benny, your daughter, she got an accident, this and that." I dove out of the pool, and I said, "What now?" He has 5,000 acres at the time. And she pointed, and I'm running. I've never been so much fearful in my life. Tears in my eyes, crying, saying, "Please, don't let nothing happen to her. Give it to me. I'll take anything that she has, give it to me." But I realized when I saw her, I touched her toes, and I said, "Can you feel my hand?" She said, "Yes." I was so thankful. So when people say, "Do you fear?" I said, "Absolutely." I fear the fact for people that I love, and I have no control of their pain, that I can't help them in that pain. That's what I fear. So my journey is about understanding that fear of others that I love are in pain. Because again, I have no right to take that pain from them. Even though if they're in pain, I don't want to see them in pain. But they have a journey too. We all have a journey. And that pain that we go through teaches. The darkness presents itself that you have an opportunity to do something about it. Because if you're one that runs from that opportunity, you just ran from your blessing. Okay? There's a blessing in that. The good, bad, and ugly, there's a blessing in it. That is the art of war. The art of war is mental, it's physical, it's spiritual, it's character, all have energy. So with that, food for thought, have a nice day.